Sunday. Today is week 4, week 5. I don't know, I'm going to figure that one out. Week 4 or 5, but today's Sunday, January 5th. Today's Sunday, January 15th, 2011. This is week 4. This is week 5 of the healthy and fit journey, I guess you would call it. And this is what I'm going to say. I'm sorry if like cooking with Amber because, well, it's late and I need to get this done. But since you're going to have to watch me cook my chicken strips, I just want to take this moment to say, you know, if you want chicken strips, shoot, eat chicken strips. I wouldn't go get them through a drive-thru window. I would make them at home, but if you want chicken strips, eat chicken strips. And if you want to know how I did this, basically I just took chicken, cut it in strips, beat the crap out of it with a rolling pin, because who doesn't have frustrations, right? Took these crackers that are relatively healthy, made them into cracker crumbs, dipped chicken into egg, from the egg to the crackers, from the crackers to the pan, that is sprayed with olive oil. They taste awesome. Anyway, so we're going to stand here as my chicken finishes. But, this is what I'm going to say. This week started out rough. This week started out rough, and I know it sounds like the same story from last week, but I do not know why I brought chocolate cake mix into my house. I have no idea why, because I know that I don't have the willpower to divide that box into 3 even portions, make 1 portion, and eat that like a normal, reasonable person would. 3 pieces of cake in there, 3 days. No. I know that if I bring chocolate cake into the house, and I make 3 servings, shoot, I'm going to eat 3 servings. Let's not joke about it. I don't have the willpower or the strength, which is why I do not bring that stuff in my house. So I spent 2 days, well, 3, this kind of started Sunday. I spent 3 days questioning why I brought chocolate cake into the house, because I knew I was going to eat and make, I knew I was going to make, and I knew I was going to eat the chocolate cake. Why? I have no idea. I think I was trying to prove a point to myself. I'm sure that a million more times this year, no, not a million. I'm sure there will be other times this year that I'm going to test and see what kind of willpower I have. And I probably will fail every single time. But I'm still going to try. Just to see if I have willpower that I know that I don't have. My house is supposed to be a safe place. I'm not supposed to have those temptations in here. And, yeah, so I'm gonna test myself. And I think I really kind of beat myself up a little bit over that at the beginning of the week. And I probably felt a little bit down about it, and, you know, got to thinking about things that people have said, you know, oh, you're not the same person you were 6 months ago, you're stronger than that. You don't have to worry about ever going back to your old ways. Blah, 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 blah. Well, that was just more frustrating and more irritating. And the more I thought, the more questions I came up with, and, you know, this is just a vicious cycle that I do. And today, well, let me put it this way. Saturday, I got up and I weighed myself, and I weighed 165. So the 1.5 pounds that I had gained from the week before, I had lost this week. Awesome. And I'm thinking, really, I'm kind of at the point that the number on the scale doesn't really matter a whole lot to me. Like, I am okay with 165. I'm perfectly okay with that. Granted, my goal is to get to 157, so I can say I lost 50 pounds this journey, and ideally I'd like to get to 152, because I think that would be a better running weight to be at. But really, I mean, I'm okay. I'm perfectly okay with the number on the scale being 165. It's kind of like the number on the scale isn't really what matters to me anymore. I think what matters to me is, can I get up in the morning and go and run 5 miles? Am I going to be able to finish the half marathon in May? Like, that stuff is what matters to me now. Do I notice, like changes in my arm? Like, like I can actually see that there's a muscle there. Like, getting more toned, I guess. That's what matters to me. And if the number on the scale stays 165, and I continue to do what I've been doing, and that's where the number stays, I'm okay with that. Or I'm okay with the idea of not caring what the number on the scale is. But at 207 pounds, if I was doing the same thing that I'm doing now, working out all the time, eating right, with the exception of the chocolate cake, I mean, let's just be real, I wouldn't be okay with 207. I wouldn't be okay with it at all. But 165 I'm okay with. So, I've got that out of the way. Anyway, on Saturday, I woke up and I decided I was going to run outside because it was light out. Granted, there's a lot of snow and ice, but it's light out so you can see that. So, I was going to run in the cemetery because the cemetery was relatively, like, there were paths. There were ice, snow-free paths in there. I was going to run 5 miles. I ran 5.23 miles in 55 minutes. Came home. Did not walk much of it at all. Like, pretty much when I needed to hack up a lung because I had inhaled too much cold air, then I had to walk. Or when my glasses fogged up too much because I was running too slow, then I had to stop and try to deal with that situation. Which is really weird because then when you go to put your glasses back on, you have to hold your breath long enough to put your glasses on and start running so that when you start... It's horrible. I mean, glasses is horrible. I know, contacts, yeah, that didn't work for me. Realized that my pace was a 10:22. And I think it's awesome that I ran the 5 miles, but the fact that I did not have a consistent 10-minute pace just irritates me. And specifically why, I don't know, maybe it's because 7 months ago when I started out I thought it would be super awesome to be able to run a mile in 10 minutes. And then when I did the first 5K and I realized, oh, I have a consistent 10-minute mile for 3 miles, I thought that's awesome. That's super cool. And that's just been burned in my head that I need to have a consistent 10-minute mile, whether I run 3 miles, 5 miles, 10 miles, a half marathon. It was really bothering me. So today, after church, I went out and I reran the exact same route. And you know that I ran quicker. I finished in 49 minutes, which I believe gives me a 9:22 pace. I'm super thrilled. I'm like, yes, awesome, super cool. The chocolate cake from earlier that week really didn't seem to matter too much. And while I was on my run, they say that you can clear your mind of pretty much anything when you're running, or you come to these miraculous realizations, and that's when I came to the whole, I'm okay with the number on the scale thing. And I came to the realization also that I may have ate chocolate cake. I may have stupidly brought chocolate cake mix into my house. I may have stupidly done that. And I may have stupidly ate it. But, I still woke up every day and did my hour plus of cardio. Every night I still went to the gym and I did whatever workouts I was supposed to do in the gym. So my self-control towards bad foods that I bring into my house, that problem may not be fixed. It may never be fixed. But I'm not that same person, because that same person never would have ran. Never would have walked. Never would have went to the gym and lifted. That person would have ate cake and laid on the couch. And that's something, right? That's something. And then this also happened this week. Actually, this happened tonight. Tonight, I went and I officially can prove that I am a black belt. Because not only did Mr. Jones was given a black belt too. And tonight at dinner when he gave his speech, he said he's taught over 500 students. And he's given out 22 black belts. All of them were first degree except for 3. So out of 500 students, not everybody makes it this far. So that's super cool. And then this is my belt. So I actually have a belt. And actually this, see, black belt, first stripe there, says my name. It says West Central Taekwondo is what that's about. That's my first degree black belt stripe. And then that is all the awesome writing there. So I officially have a black belt. Yay. So that's super cool. So, you know, I'm getting somewhere. It is a slow, it's a slow process, but it took me, what, 27 years and 6 months to get super unfit, and I've been working hard at this since June 14th, so just over 7 months, and I've accomplished so much more than I ever thought I would ever do. So, I just wish everybody good luck, and just keep doing what you're doing. Or change what you don't like. And then another thing, today, and then the final thing I'm going to say about today is, I went to church this morning and learned that everybody's a failure, basically. I mean, every single person is a failure. Everybody in the Bible was a failure except for Jesus, God. But, I mean, everybody at some point failed. And you have 2 choices when you fail. You're either going to fail backwards and away from the cross, or you're going to fail forward, face first, at the foot of the cross. And I failed a lot. I failed a whole lot. And I failed backwards way more than I failed forward. But I'm definitely going to fail forward this time. Definitely failed forward. I don't know. Shoot, dude, I have my black belt. And as pointed out, getting your black belt is not the end of the journey. Getting your black belt is only the beginning of the journey. Because anybody who has their first degree black belt, they know technique. That's what they know. They know the fundamentals, and they know the technique, and that's what they know. And it's a lifetime commitment, and, you know, this is the beginning of the journey. This is not the end. And I just need to apply that same philosophy to being healthy and fit. This is the beginning of the journey. So, enjoy it.